Had to restart that video. My belly was growling. It went. Had to get some oatmeal into me. But anyway, we have an exciting matchup today. Kevin Levrone, Phil Heath. Always a good matchup. Is it always a debate? Well, I think it depends on who you talk to. And more importantly, what versions of these two Buckingham Palaces are we using? 1994 for Kevin Levrone, Olympia version. 2008, Fiddle the Gift Heath, Olympia. Both of these guys placed third. Two of the very best third-place bodybuilders, I would suggest, in Olympia history. Similarities, I would think, similar in the arms, great big arms, huge big quads as well. Look at Ronnie King Coleman. Looks like he's thinking hard about something. Go to the first pose. Front double bicep. Wow. Look at Phil. Just as crisp as the day he came out of that package. Looks like he is brand new. Look at that. Now, one aspect that Kevin Levrone, he is going to have an edge. He's from the 90s, so they all had tiny little wee human-esque midsections. Phil's impressive, yes, but it does not look human. It looks like, do you guys remember that action figure? The Guyver, not MacGyver. You guys don't know who I'm talking about. Mark Hamill was in the first movie, for goodness sakes. Didn't make very much money, but it was interesting. The Guyver. Here's a pan back picture. Kind of shows their physiques a little bit more. Yeah. Kevin Levrone, he does have an incredible physique. He's got great big Maryland muscle arms. But Phil, he's probably, number 2 of best arms of all time? I guess Lee Priest could be up there, number 1 maybe. Ronnie King Coleman, he's not as complete though with the forearms, things of that nature. But yes, interesting way to begin this one. All you 90s fans. Oh, no way anybody from any era could touch the 90s, guys. Well, maybe for the most part. But this is the doctor. This is the gift, Phil Heath. Go to the front lat spread. And again, hey, I'll agree with you. Sure. Kevin Levrone, he is much wider, aesthetically pleasing. I would agree to that, too. Midsection looks like a normal human being's. But should we not reward those great big block abs of this doctor, this gift? I would think so. I would think he would reward the tremendous muscle separation. He definitely has an edge on Kevin, guys. I like Kevin just as much as the rest of you guys, but still, fiddle diddle diddle is good. Turn to the side. Now, Kevin, maybe the best side chest of all time? You size police, but you have missized this. I am going to do something drastic. Do you guys ever hear that song? I've got the power. And then it goes. There's a scene where it goes. They should say fiddle. No, fiddle. Yeah. Maybe not. But yes, Phil is bending at the knees. Kevin Levrone's far leg is straight as an arrow. You can see. So obviously, and plus, Kevin Levrone always stepped the line. Doesn't really make much of a difference how you size Kevin Levrone. He always looked well over 6 feet tall, taller than King Coleman in the side-by-side comparisons. Go ahead, look at a lot of them. They hollered at him a lot, but Phil, he is just so thick and luxurious. Look at the far pack. Look at the arm as well. He's a beast on top of a beast. But you know what? As far as aesthetics are concerned, looking like a statue, a healthy specimen of a man. Kevin Levrone gets an A, triple plus in this. And mechanically, I just don't care. I am not concerned. I am just blinded. I'm seeing Kevin Levrone through rose-colored glasses. That was an old song. That was another one they could have changed. The fiddle, fiddle. No? You guys not onto the whole extended D fill thing? Here's a side tricep. I'll give up on it. Unless I see some comments. You Phil followers, you guys, you Phil poppers. No, we don't want to call that. We don't want to call it that. That's terrible. Forget that. I'll delete that out of there. Yeah, Phil, again, mechanically, he is very sound. And much like the side chest, he is beating Kevin in certain aspects, certain ways you look at this. But Kevin Levrone was no fluff from the side. Look at the tricep meat. Not as strided, granted, as Phil the Dr. Heath. But look at the delt. I mean, are these not the biggest, best delts that we've seen, that we've produced in this field of bodybuilding? You gotta watch it. Some people get upset when you call it a sport. I don't really take it personally. Whatever. Here's the back shots. The good old-fashioned back shots. But Mark's Max Muscle, why do you even show them? Kevin Levrone would never beat Phil Heath. Look at this back lat spread. I'm here to tell you of Kevin Levrone. It is meat on the hoof. Wow, that's a big old back. Of course, Phil, not bad. Just not as wide. It looks maybe denser. It's harder, maybe, for what it's worth. The lower half, there can be no argument. I would suggest that Phil Heath is twice as strided, twice as peeled as Kevin Levrone. But man, oh man, this is 1994 versus 2008, guys and guyettes. Here is the rear double. Kevin doesn't have the thickness. That's weird. His rear lat was much better. It was actually maybe wider than Phil's. Of course, Phil's rear lat spread was pretty narrow back in the day. And his rear double was almost, well, not as good as he got it to, but still, Kevin Levrone's rear double just very narrow. Now here's actually Kevin from the pre-judging, I would have it, and he actually looked thicker, less conditioned, but his lats looked a little bit thicker, a little bit puffier. He probably wouldn't pass the pen test. You take a pen, click, 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 click. If it's hard enough, it'll click, but if it's too soft, it won't click. The thing won't, I don't think it would click on Kevin's back. Foolishness. Here's the abs and thigh. And you know what? This favors Kevin not having the wheels involved. We've seen enough of these two in this matchup to know that Kevin, he does have some big quads. Nice big quads from the front, in fact. But the doctor, they're just as bigger. I think they're bigger. And they are more separated, more shredded, more peeled. But the thing of it is, Kevin is destroying Phil in the midsection. Destroying, that's some harsh words. Phil's doing his job. He brought a decent package. It's a good condition. He just doesn't have that 90s midsection. Your Lee Priests, your Sean Rays, your whoever else. I guess Lee Priest, Sean Ray. Oh, no. Chris Cormier. There was more. Flex Wheeler. There was more. Here is the most muscular to finish this one off. And a good showing for Kevin. Ooh, you look at the quads here. I don't know. I think Kevy's big quads were just as good. You know what it was? He knew this was his take-home pose. And I say that all the time. Take home. He knew it was his take-home pose. And when your mind and your soul is invested in it, you just flex everything even harder. Whoa! So a moral victory for Kevin Levrone. Perhaps getting the most muscular shot. Bigger chest. Perhaps. Bigger delts. Yeah. Bigger arms. One of them is bigger. One of them on Phil is bigger than that one for Kevin's, though. So, if you're looking at one half, Kevin's got bigger arms, and then you look at the other half, and oh wow, no, Phil's got bigger arms. So it can be confusing, can't it? It's like a paradox, right? Kevin's got bigger arms. No, Phil does. Well, they both do. They both have bigger arms than each other, if that makes sense to you fellers. So yeah, Phil, I guess he's doing enough in the conditioning from behind to perhaps squeak a little Vic out of this Kevy. But personally, I do like Kevin a little bit better. It was those first couple of front shots. I mean, come on. The muscle separation on this big Phil, not even close. That front lat spread even. Kevin should have won that with his width, but it's just too much. The side is debatable. The back lat spread was debatable, not from the lower half, and the rear double bi was a blowout for Phil. And Phil perhaps losing the abs and thigh, the upper half anyway. It would have been closer if we had seen the lower half. And I mean, it's close enough in the last one to say Phil could have won this one. Kevin could have won it also. Hit thumbs up on the video. Let me know. Phil Heath, did he really win this one? Or has Mark's max muscle been paid off by the system? Has the system failed? Let me know in the comments below. Have a nice one. See you.